final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hurricanes will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wiggins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Heaves it on the run. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much.
There he goes. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. Hold on just a second. Flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The Hokies have it with a 1st and goal. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Slams ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. I don't know what you're going to do.
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative.
The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Oh, he's got a chance. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to... Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Williams looking for a man. Catch in the middle. It's Lofton. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Picks up the first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Heath. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Throwing right. Found the spot in the defense. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. Knocked off his feet.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Hokies line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience.
Fires into traffic, picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Fires to the big fella. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page.
Turning it on! Finding open areas. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Florida. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking downfield on first down. quick strike complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Well, they dial up on second and a long way to go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Now the lead is down to 11.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Williams will pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Might be changing the route. Toss sweep to the right. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And the Hurricanes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Rush is on him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Williams looking for a man. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Might be calling a hot route. Try to get it to the edge. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll run it on 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And on that play, the defense said, I've seen enough. You're not getting rushing touchdown number 4. Really showing some pride and some physicality, selling out for the run, getting in the backfield, and getting that guy on the ground.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right.
Turning on the Jets. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Overton. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Motion from the wideout. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Snaps it in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. He splits the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to the toss. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half.
Number 17, set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Williams will pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Lofton. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Toss sweep to the left. Running into the open space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Carr. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Toss to the outside. He's in open space downfield. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds. The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Stop is made almost immediately, giving 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Turning it off. Got enough space. Touchdown, Miami. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll leave it with him. Got a little space. Lots of running room. The 40. The 30. He's at the touchdown, Hokies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Quarterback making checks. Trying to get the corner. Oh, better look out. Got the first down and more. Racing down the left side. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Florida. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
They punted away on fourth down. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean,
breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Quarterback making adjustments. The toss to the outside. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying to beat him to the left. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
but you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Got him downfield. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
Fourth down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Offense is stopped.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll try the run. Running to Green. There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Hokies just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking to pass. It's Locklear. Here's the pressure. And his first pass is incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth.
Wide open on the right. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Making side adjustments here. They'll try to get outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Looking for a man. It's Locklear. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Quarterback may change this route. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The toss to the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. The offense changing the play. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's in the Joes. And
he's all bottled up, and now it's Ross. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Virginia Tech offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield, it's Locklear. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.